The more I tried to heal myself, the less healed I was becoming. I was backtracking actually. I tried to meditate, I tried to do the inner work, but it was just not happening, as if my entire body was revolting against healing. Yes, this is precisely what I was experiencing in the beginning of January this year. And then, within a month of experiencing this crazy backtracking effect, I started discovering something about our body, our healing system, that changed everything, which allowed me to actually begin my healing journey. You see, many of us, when we go through tough times in our life, we are experiencing traumas, wounds, uncertainty, hopelessness, fear. During that time, we try to double down on our healing tools, meditation, inner work, journaling, let's say. But have you noticed sometimes it feels like it just doesn't work? You do the thing and it seems your body is rejecting it. But why does it happen? It happens because we often miss out on something very important about our healing journey, which is our nervous system. Our nervous system is at the foundation of our healing. And when we are very, very overwhelmed because of the chaos that is happening in our life, and on top of that, we want to now do transmutation, we want to do meditation, we want to face our wounds and fears. It just doesn't have the capacity, it's overloaded. And that is precisely why, in those moments, you sit down for meditation and nothing happens. You sit down for your inner work, try to face your emotions, and your entire body, it stiffens up. It rejects it. You open your eyes and you are like, what is going on? Why my healing tools are suddenly not working when I need them the most? They are not failing you. They are not failing you, but you have to understand that you need to understand how your nervous system works. So when I started understanding how nervous system gets overloaded and how to recognize the signs of nervous system overload, it started changing everything about me. I started allowing myself what I needed to downshift my nervous system, and I started healing. So how do you understand the signs? How do you understand the signs of nervous system overload? The number one sign is you cannot downshift. What is downshifting? You see, in your vehicle or in your car, you upshift and downshift, right? You press the gear and move from first to second gear or second to third gear, and you can accelerate higher and higher. But when you are coming back to rest, you have to downshift, right? Now think about it. Like if you're driving your car and you are like at a 50 or 60, and now you want to come back at like 20 kilometers per hour, but you suddenly can't downshift. Can you bring that speed down safely? You can brake, but the car will experience a lot of tug. It's not healthy for the car. So one of the first signs that your nervous system is overloaded and this is not the time to do any healing work is you cannot downshift. You try to rest, but you cannot rest. You try to sleep, you wake up, and you feel like you have not slept at all. Your body cannot downshift. You understand this? Because your nervous system is at a very activated state. It's in the third and fourth gear because that is what you needed in order to navigate the chaos that was happening in your life. And now it cannot come down. So if that is something that is happening, that is not when your healing tools are going to help you. Healing tools work when we are already downshifted. We are in first gear. That is when you can meditate. That is when you can do the inner work. Second sign is emotional overwhelm. Simple daily emotions become very draining for your energy. You go through your day and the simplest of emotional turmoil, a little stress, a little, uncertainty. Somebody said just a word or two, and suddenly you are losing your marbles. Why? It's because your capacity is to the T. anything that is touching it, it's making the nervous system overwhelmed. It's falling apart. And that is precisely why you feel extra sensitive on those days. You feel like, you are on the verge of crying any moment. You're in the verge of breaking down any moment. That is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that your nervous system is absolutely reached its capacity. So if you're in that state, believe me, no healing tool is going to come and save you. That is not the time for doing inner work, right? The third sign is emotional overwhelm. And when you feel emotional overwhelm throughout the day, you find yourself constantly getting drained and you need rest and lots of rest. So you go through your day and you hardly feel any energy and you feel like you constantly need rest because your emotions are trying to go through you. All those pent up emotions that you felt, they're now trying to process in the background, and that is draining your energy. So if you feel like constantly having very low energy, constantly drained, constantly wanting to lie down and sleep and maybe sleep throughout the day, that is another very big signal that your nervous system is absolutely, fully overloaded. And it's just wanting to come back to regulation. But what do you do? What do you do? Right? Because when I started discovering these 3 signs that tells me that my nervous system is overloaded, I was able to also discover something, a very simple thing that would then allow me to regulate my nervous system, to downshift my nervous system to the first gear. And that is what happened. The next 3 to 5 months, I implemented that one simple key that allowed me to downshift my nervous system, and a lot of healing happened. And what is that key? I'm going to share that key in my next video, which I'm going to dedicate entirely on the topic of how to downshift your nervous system so that you can heal yourself, right? So if you have enjoyed this video and if you want to watch the next video when I share about this, subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so that you don't miss it when I upload it. And if you want to deep dive into these topics that I'm sharing here, then I write a weekly newsletter where I deep dive into these very same inner patterns, these situations that stop us from healing, from living our best, most aligned life. If you want to get access to my newsletter, sign up for my newsletters. Link is in the description of this video. And if you have enjoyed this video, leave a comment and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.